Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Libra September 6, 2022. Transits encourage an excellent flow of cooperation and communications today. A kind gesture or contact from a friend or acquaintance can figure strongly. You're in fine form for letting go of those things that have weighed you down or attitudes that keep you stuck in the past. There could be insights into a professional or personal interest out of the blue. A Sun-Uranus transit encourages interacting with your world a little differently. You might draw upon experience and wisdom to solve a problem likely related to your career or reputation. Instincts for making changes and improvements are excellent, but because we're a day behind a new moon, it's best to wait to implement them. With your curious planetary ruler, Mercury, transiting through revolutionary Scorpio and your exotic ninth house of adventure, expansion, and belief systems, chances are that you're eager to learn something that piques your interest, even if that requires you to step outside of your comfort zone. Luna will be glimmering through this area of your chart, which means you're also more prone to experiencing restlessness, explaining the insatiable F.O.M.O. you're feeling at this time. Who's the catch? Whether it be a sexy foreigner abroad or someone you're DMing with from a distance, you're being called to embrace the unconventionality of it all and trust the process. Consider an alternative path. Now that the moon has left stoic Libra for unconventional Scorpio, your mind begins to wander with excitement about the future of your career path. Quirky Luna is inspiring you to take your career in a unique direction, likely dotted with innovative mentors and atypical learning opportunities. If this seems like something you are willing to consider, use the lunar energy to emotionally invest in the off-the-beaten career path. Start researching opportunities far and wide that could be aligned with what you are seeking. As Venus and Mars, the planets of money and passion, work to make their final days in your financial sector count, they are bringing Pluto, the planet of change and revolution, into the fold. This is the start of the first ever triple alignment of the planets of money, war, and revolution in your financial sector in our lifetime, and with it a chance to fight to take your financial power back. You have some serious business to attend to now, so treat it right. You're usually more in line with quickly jotted notes than carefully planned lists, but make an exception this time. Things are moving too quickly. When the planets are in harmony, you can expect to feel psychically in tune with what is most important to you. You can sense how important it is for you to exercise before you do anything else. When you get your excess energy out at the gym or in a challenging yoga session, for example, you are more likely to say what you mean and mean what you say when you are with your friends. Pay attention to your inner wisdom. If you've been considering implementing some better planning or organizational habits into your daily life, this day is a good time to start. Focusing on a set pattern can be challenging for you, however, it is not impossible. By incorporating a sounder regimen into your lifestyle, you will find that you are more productive and satisfied. Don't hesitate to ask for some advice from those you admire in this regard, and be sure to commit your plans to paper. This helps solidify your intentions. If you are going to have the moon in an adventurous part of your chart, then the weekend is the ideal time, and especially as it forms a friendly aspect to planets in a playful part. Having come full circle from last month's eclipsing full moon, these adventurous lunar vibes are a lot more potent, making it even easier to embrace the weekend spirit. With the moon not only returning to your career sector tomorrow but to begin the lead, this is the right distraction at the right time. This is also a valuable chance to create a firebreak between one working week and the next. The moon's last visit to an adventurous part of your chart before the sun's return to your romantic sector brings a taste of things to come, as it forms a friendly aspect to planets already there. The moon might just be passing through, but the spirit of romance and adventure this is adding fuel to today is here to stay. In the meantime, Venus and Mercury, the planets of love and communication, are working to make their last weekend together in your communication sector count. Our eyes in the sky. This morning's first quarter moon in Sagittarius means we might find it difficult to organize our thoughts, and articulating emotions could be next to impossible. This aspect can cause a lot of frustration because we want to connect with others but find it challenging. Misunderstandings are likely to manifest. Try to postpone any important conversations until after this energy clears. If you're unable to avoid interacting with others, think carefully about what you want to convey before speaking. Once the moon moves farther into Sagittarius, you might become a bit impatient, but remaining calm will pay off. A minor aspect between the Sun and Pluto can be helpful in overcoming any conversational hurdles, but only if you take the time to consider your words before sharing them. This aspect might also come to the rescue if your mind is a bit scattered. Through structure, time constraints, and focusing on your responsibilities, you can muscle through any mental fog. Create a to-do list to help you stay on task, and apologize to anyone you have a less than pleasant encounter with. By sharing our feelings through music or writing, our ideas remain open to interpretation. Others can then connect with us emotionally by bearing witness instead of sharing a reciprocal dialogue. In the evening, the moon sextiles Uranus in Taurus, stimulating surprises. Too much weight today has been placed on trying to rationalize our circumstances. At this time, something happens to shock us out of this expectation. We realize that we have been taking things too seriously, that life is baffling, and that we should enjoy the ride. In the pre-dawn hours, the Sagittarius moon sextiles Saturn in Aquarius, offering patience. Many of us will be asleep at this hour, and our dreams may feature Saturnian characters, perhaps family members or authority figures, who offer us advice. Transmissions will feel so natural that we might fail to remember the details of our dreams upon waking. It is a good idea to keep a journal handy to record recollections. They can prove meaningful as we go about our day. The cosmic energy is very dense, which is why it would be best to rest and retreat instead of try to connect with people. Watch a movie and take a nap instead of falling down the rabbit hole of paranoia. After sunup, the moon squares off with Neptune in Pisces, prompting confusion. Two dreamy, emotional bodies meeting in the zodiac's two most idealistic signs. What could possibly go wrong? The risk here is that we read too much into situations, becoming overly sensitive and moody. Misunderstandings lead to disappointment. A desire to believe in someone or something despite good reason to maintain our boundaries can make us vulnerable to deceit. Avoid consulting divination practices, as these will not provide the clarity we seek.